Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
The wind has died down a bit across Metro Detroit, but over just the past few hours, temperatures have dipped back into the range that we're used to seeing in February. And as you can still see, a pretty stiff breeze there across the flag downtown at this 11 o'clock hour. Good evening, I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. DTE reporting about 5,000 of its customers without power after wind gusts reached into the 50-mile-per-hour range today. Kim Adams is here with your forewarned forecast. Kim.
Well, winds are calmer, but that's relative to where they were earlier in the day. It is still a windy night here in Metro Detroit. Here's the latest gust, 29-mile-per-hour gusts at City Airport, 33 Metro, a 31-mile-per-hour gust reported in Ann Arbor and also in Monroe. Here are the highest wind gusts today, most of which came between 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. Willow Run Airport, 54-mile-per-hour gust, and then everywhere else pretty much in the mid to upper 40s. So it was definitely a windy afternoon for us. Temperatures have taken a pretty steep tumble just in the last couple of hours. It was 60 in Monroe earlier this evening. They're now down to 40, 39 at Metro, 38 in Ann Arbor. The highest temperature today reached at Metro Airport was the mid-50s. Didn't quite make that record, which is 56, and then 59 at City Airport. But notice Monroe and Adrian both at 60 degrees. Now for tomorrow, it'll still be a little bit breezy, cloudy at times, and also a couple of flurries, but much cooler tomorrow with highs only in the upper 30s. Well, with our wild up and down swings, really the best way for you to keep up to date on what's going on in your backyard is to download our Forewarned Weather app. You can just go to your favorite app store, type in WDIV. It's free, and you can have interactive radar right in the palm of your hand.
Now to a day of drama in Lansing. Arguments over how to structure tax relief, like those $180 inflation relief checks the governor is pitching, turned into a shouting match on the House floor.
And then gamesmanship in the Senate, ending with no vote. Mara McDonald live with more, and the takeaway here. Quite a day and evening, Mara.
Well, we saw how the sausage is going to get made in Lansing under the new leadership, that's for sure, Devin. So here's what the takeaway is for everybody at home. Those $180 checks that the governor is pitching, that is just about a done deal. The idea of rolling back income taxes appears to be dead in the water. And the games, well, same as it ever was.
The motion is adopted.
The muffled yelling you hear is the outraged GOP in the Michigan House when the Democrats who control the gavel pushed through a vote on House Bill 4001 without letting members speak on it. That's the bill which includes the governor's $180 check proposal, phasing out the three-tier retirement system, boosting the earned income tax credit, and putting $800 million into the SOAR fund, which provides incentives to businesses. Now, GOP members support a lot of what's in this, but not those $180 checks. They want to see a reduction in the state income tax from 4.25 to 4.05. The bill squeaked by 56 to 53 and was headed over to the Senate for a vote.
Mr. Chair, I move the Senate now adjourn. Aye.
But the GOP, who had the gavel at the time while the Democrats weren't on the floor, pulled a procedural fast one and adjourned so no vote could be taken.
Senate Republicans literally stole the gavel and ran home, ran away from the opportunity to vote for that kind of relief for Michigan families. That is procedural. It is petty.
What's one man's petty is another's righteous indignation. Senate Minority Leader Eric Nesbitt saying tonight, in part, the disrespect that was shown to House Republicans this afternoon by locking them in and denying the opportunity to debate such a consequential vote was an insult to this institution. It is my hope that we can come back, hit the reset button, and legislate through a more transparent process.
Back here live. So after all the shouting's over, what really happens next? Well, for starters, the House and the Senate do not typically have sessions on Fridays, which means the Senate will reconvene next week. They're going to take a vote on this bill. Theoretically, they have the votes to pass it, and then it's on to the next issue. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Really something. All right, Mara.
Former Vice President Mike Pence has been subpoenaed by the special counsel investigating former President Donald Trump and his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. A source familiar with the situation told CNN Jack Smith's office is seeking documents and testimony related to the Capitol insurrection. The goal is to have the former VP testify about his interactions with former President Trump leading up to the election and on January 6th. Spokespeople for Pence and the special counsel have both declined to comment.
We are getting new insight into the case of a teenager found after she went missing a year and a half ago. Jacqueline Francis was in Port Huron tonight talking with local investigators about the long search.
U.S. Marshals found the missing teen at a home here in Port Huron, but local law enforcement agencies tell us they never stopped working the case.
On September 3rd, 2021, a missing 13-year-old girl was reported to the St. Clair County Sheriff's Office by her foster parents. The Sheriff's Office and the Port Huron Police Department immediately began working the case.
So over the next year and a half, we checked different residences, somewhere around 40 different times, try to make contact with family members and other people who may have been involved as far as her being missing, and we kept reaching roadblocks.
Recently, a state agency reached out with new info.
At one point, we were contacted by a group that worked with Michigan State Police. They said that they had some information that they'd like to continue on with the investigation. We were open to work with anybody, and at that point we said, sure, let's work together to find this person.
Michigan State Police got the U.S. Marshal's Office involved, and within hours a search warrant was obtained and the missing girl was found in a Port Huron home. The now 14-year-old is several months pregnant and was reunited with her father. The investigation into who she was with and what happened during the past year and a half continues. The Sheriff's Office wishing they had better communication with the marshals who found her.
Our goal, obviously, number one, and we're very happy that this young girl was found and reunited with her family. That's the number one goal. But while we're there, we'd like to reach other goals, which, like I said, maybe collecting evidence or whatever the circumstance may arise. I would hope in the future we'll have a better working relationship and work together and cast a wider net.
The Sheriff's Office and the Port Huron Police Department are going to continue working in this case. We'll bring you updates as they become available. Reporting live tonight, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Sure. Well, all right, Jacqueline.
A junior high school teacher arrested in the latest case of a threat against a school. Police say surveillance video shows 40-year-old Paul Jacobs putting a note on a desk for someone to find. Police aren't sure if he wrote it, but say he did admit to putting the note there. The threat led to a sweep of the school, and it caused a lot of anxiety for parents.
This has been ongoing since Oxford, where people are making threats, kids, and they think it's funny. It's not funny. It's disrupting to kids. It's upsetting to parents.
School resumed the next day, but attendance was low. Meanwhile, Jacobs is out of jail and facing a misdemeanor.
Westland police are looking for a man who exposed himself inside a local business. Police say the man shown in these pretty clear security images entered a store on Middle Belt in mid-December. Loitered for about 20 minutes, then flashed someone. Described as a 6'1" tall man, thin build, short black hair. Again, I said that's a pretty good photo. So if you recognize that brown coat or anything else about him, call Westland Police and ask for Sergeant McCrae.
Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is rolling out a plan for spending millions of extra dollars in the city budget. The mayor is proposing several quality of life projects with $20 million to replace broken neighborhood sidewalks, $18 million to remove dangerous buildings and trees, $16 million for park renovations. Other priorities include new people mover cars and development of a new state fair transit center. Overall, there's an extra $156 million from growing tax revenues. The City Council still has to approve the plan.